Hey Virgo, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot here to do a reading for you for the next week or two. It's taken me a while, I'm not going to lie. It's taken me a while to get all of the readings out. Between personal readings, which are also taking me longer, and the general readings, I'm doing my best here. So hopefully you will be patient with that. I will get everything out this week. But anyway, let's focus on you. All right, so we're going to lay out the cards. This card represents what's going on for you for the next couple of weeks or the next week or so. Let's see. All right. Let's see, what do we have going on for Virgo? First card, Wheel of Fortune. All right, and it's showing up in the upright. Nice. Okay, so this can be a card of Sagittarius for some of you. You might be dealing with a particular Sag, but for the majority of you, this can be about a couple of things. It can be about the fact that you feel like you're on the right path. You feel like you're walking the path you were born to walk. It could also be that you feel pulled, all right? You might feel pulled towards something or towards somebody, all right? So I feel like for the majority, that's what I feel like this is about. This is the Wheel of Destiny, all right? We have free will here on Earth. But we also decided before we came here certain things that we would touch or that we would do. All right? And when this is showing up in the upright, you can feel confident that you're touching and doing and being, what you came here to be, to do, to touch. So that's interesting. The Wheel of Fortune, the pull of destiny is something that you might be feeling. So why are we seeing the Wheel of Fortune here? Now that's interesting. We've got the Ten of Cups in the reverse. When this card is in the upright, it's about complete emotional fulfillment. It can be about complete happy family. It can be about doing what you're meant to be doing while you're here. So when this card is in the reverse, it can say a couple of things. It can tell you that it's perfectly okay to be where you are right now. It's perfectly okay to find the fulfillment in the present moment and leave the rest to unfold. It can also mean that you might be experiencing a lack of emotional fulfillment, and you might be asking, why am I doing what I'm doing if it's not bringing me a certain level of emotional fulfillment? I feel the better way to look at this card for yourself right now is to be okay in the present moment, that you've got the Wheel of Fortune behind you, pushing you, pulling you in the right direction, okay? And this card has every opportunity, I feel like, to turn around, in a split second. Our life can change in a day. I've experienced that so many times, for the positive and the negative. Your life can change in a day. And anytime that has happened to me personally, speaking from experience, it always led me to something better, even if it didn't feel good in the moment. Okay? So, what do we have here? What's at the heart of the matter? The Three of Cups in the reverse. Three of Cups. Man, if there's a card that it's like I've got way too many go-tos for the Three of Cups. So when the Three of Cups shows up in the upright or in the reverse. It really calls on me to use my intuition. You know, we've got 2 cards of cups here in the reverse. So you might feel like you're giving a lot of authentic emotion out, and you might not feel like it's being returned as quickly as it's being given. And I don't feel like you have to worry about that. You know, when this card, when the one thing that this might be saying to you to look out for is, while you're possibly appreciating being in the present moment, which sometimes can be difficult, okay? If you're giving into the fact that it feels a little bit difficult right now, you might be overindulging a little bit in whatever it is that you use to fill up your cup, when maybe the love that you want to fill that cup up with isn't necessarily available to you in the moment. So, you know, what do we use to fill up our cup when love may not be filling it? You know, it can be food, it can be anything in excess, right? It can be substances, it can be alcohol, it can be, you know, it can be watching YouTube tarot readings, okay? You might be overindulging in something because you're not feeling completely fulfilled right now. It's okay not to be feeling completely fulfilled. What is helpful in that circumstance is to realize there's something better on the other side of it. There's something better on the other side of it, and we'll have to take a deeper look. We'll have to take a deeper look at this. All right, so what do we have here? Wow, the 4 of Wands in the reverse. Jeez Louise. You know, this card, when it's in the upright, can be about forever. It can be about a connection that feels like forever. It can be about marriage. It can be about commitment. I almost feel like something feels like out of reach. Something feels out of reach to you. It feels like it's never going to happen. Something that you want for yourself long term feels out of reach, and that could be why you are overindulging in something. All right, so what else? What else? Queen of Swords. All right, so you might be dealing with a Libra, first of all. You might be dealing with a Libra, a Sag. You might be dealing with a water sign. You know, this to me feels like your energy. So if we mix Virgo and Queen of Swords, we have some challenges there, you know. Queen of Swords doesn't really want to look at what's in her heart. Okay, she has learned tough lessons. You might feel like, geez, you know, haven't I gone through enough? You came to this planet perhaps to learn a lot of your lessons, you know, in a tough way. You know, you might have felt some struggle throughout your life. And honestly, the more lessons that we choose to face and learn in this life, you know, the higher we go when we leave this earth. We have less to learn when we go to the other side. So the people that you see that always seem to be down on their luck, or always are going through another situation, or always just, you know, in struggle, on some level, they chose that path. It's hard to believe that we would choose that path, but, you know, this lifetime feels like a blip on the other side. So, you know, I feel like the reason that you're feeling a lot of this struggle, a lot of this challenge perhaps, is because you have a really hard time looking at what's in your heart. You know, you have no problem looking at the truth of the matter here. The truth of the matter might be what gets you kind of caught up in too many details, too much minutia. You know, you might be trying to find the absolute perfect situation, and if something is off in your life or something doesn't feel exactly right, it's like you choose to cut it away instead of allowing the universe to let it unfold the way it's supposed to. You get caught up in the details. You're not looking in your heart space right now. You might be trying to logically explain something or logically figure something out. And I feel like this Wheel of Fortune is asking you, what does bring you emotional fulfillment? What does make you happy? What makes you feel fulfilled? Is it this? Is it really this? Because we've got cups that are in the reverse. And then we have the Queen of Swords, which makes perfect sense to me. It's like we're letting our emotion kind of, you know, fall to the ground, and we're not looking at it. We're not picking it up. We're just, you know, taking the broom and sweeping it away. That might feel naturally easier to you right now. And that might be exactly how you are supposed to be, because the Wheel of Fortune is here. But I feel like that's the longer path. I feel like what this is saying is if you can turn these cards around, you know, and realize that there are things in your life right now that do make you feel emotionally fulfilled, and building on that. It's like if you're a manager if you're a manager in a company and you focus on you focus on your employees, right? If you focus on all of the negative things that they do, if you focus on all of the things that go wrong, which by the way is very easy to do as a leader or as a manager, you know, it's almost like those things happen to test you in a way. Or you can find the bright spot, or you can find what makes somebody, you know, figure out what their superpower is, or help them to find out and figure out what their superpower is. And then you build on that. That's what a leader really does, is figuring out what makes somebody special and building on that. Or you can it's very easily to see flaws in people. It is. You know, you can very clearly see, especially if you're very empathetic, you know, and you're very spiritually evolved, or you have really moved in that direction. It's like you're asking yourself, you can almost become spiritually arrogant, you know, and you know, you end up looking down on people because they are not as spiritually evolved. That might be something that you are doing a little bit here with this Queen of Swords energy. But Libra energy, ultimately, you know, the Queen of Swords is really about seeking a balance between her head and her heart. All right, so that would be the highest vibration of the Queen of Swords, is when she can realize, put that sword down, look at herself in the mirror, and really be able to look at what's in her heart, what truly emotionally fulfills her. You're on the path of emotional fulfillment here, but it feels far away to you for some reason. What else do we have here? Look at that. We have the Magician in the reverse, and she is looking right at the Magician in the reverse. She is confronting her doubts. You in some way are confronting your doubts. Your doubts, that's why this feels very far away. How do we deal with our doubts? We might overindulge. Do anything to find something that feels good to us in the moment. And a lot of times that comes from substances or distracting ourselves from our life in some way. Right? And it's also about accepting where you're at right now instead of fighting where you're at. It's about accepting where you're at. Something that emotionally fulfills you feels very far away. All right, so let's take a look. First, I want to see the Wheel of Fortune, and I want to see the Magician in the reverse. All right. Three of Swords. So what that I feel like is saying is that even though you're feeling pulled or you're feeling pushed or you're feeling drawn towards your journey, your path towards emotional fulfillment, we've got the Three of Swords here. For some of you, that could be that in some way there's some type of third energy that you have to go through, excuse me, to get, to turning these cards around. These, when anything shows up in the reverse, it's like, in this case, because all of these cards when they're in the upright are more high vibration than when they're in the reverse. There are certain cards that when they show up in the reverse, they're actually in the higher vibration. That's not the case here. So you are in a lower vibration right now, and I feel like you're facing some type of heartbreak, or you potentially would be breaking somebody else's heart to ultimately find emotional fulfillment. So it's like you have to go through this Three of Swords to actually turn these cards around. That could be why you are overindulging. You don't want to hurt somebody. All right? Or you don't want a third party type of situation. That is the challenge here in some way. Or, this could be your heartbreak. You might initially have to make choices that break your heart in order to move forward. Let's get one more on the Three of Swords. All right, so we have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, when it's in the upright, is about being fulfilled within yourself. It's about being comfortable in your own skin. You're not necessarily fulfilled right now. You feel like you don't have everything you need. You feel like this heartbreak, whatever it is, whether it's your heartbreak or somebody else's heartbreak, it's like you feel like would break you. And I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is saying, no, that's an illusion. You might go through something tough. You might hurt yourself emotionally. You might hurt somebody else emotionally. It might be time to become single or to focus mainly on you. When this card is in the reverse, it also says that you might be fighting being single. You might be fighting getting out of a relationship. Because this card, when it's in the reverse, generally means that you're not single. There would be heartbreak about not being single. It might be inconvenient for you to become single. Okay? So I feel like that's why Queen of Swords is coming up. You're like, God, do I really Do I really have to do this? Do I really have to cut something away in order to find my fulfillment? All right, so Magician, what are you doubting? Ace of Swords in the reverse. I feel like you're avoiding looking at some type of truth about the situation because it feels hard. It feels difficult. You're doubting and feeling like everything that you want is out of reach. It feels like it's just, you know, maybe not meant to happen, but it's because you're avoiding the truth. And I feel like it's a tough truth. All right, so let's look at Four of Wands and let's look at the Queen of Swords. All right, so Four of Swords in the reverse. So we've got Four of Wands and Four of Swords. So fours are about, you know, in general here, because we have two fours, it's like, I don't want to face the reality of something. The Four of Swords in the reverse is saying it's time to get up, right? It's not time to lie down. It's not time to lie down on the job. It's time to get up and do something. Do something that you really just don't want to do. Queen of Cups. It's, you know, Queen of Cups could be card of Scorpio, but that's also my card for love. So it's time to do something when it comes to what you love, who you love, how you love, that you are not really willing to face right now. You might be putting this on the shelf. Queen of Swords. Look at that, Death in the reverse. Another card of Scorpio. You could absolutely be dealing with a Scorpio. We've got two cards of Scorpio here, and this is confirming, okay, this card is about transformation, change, or an ending. You're either avoiding an ending, you're resisting changing when it comes to putting some action into what you love, who you love, where you love, how you love, or you're resisting an ending. I almost feel like for some of you, it could be both. For some of you, it could be resisting an ending about becoming single or focusing more heavily on your path. You may not want to, this might be a crutch for you. You may not want to end this. Or you might just be, there could be this energy of accepting where you're at, but not in a good way. You know, this could be kind of giving up too. So let's clarify the Death card. Empress. So this is another card of Libra, but also Taurus. So you might be resisting a Libra or a Taurus, or somebody that would bring a more balanced energy into your life, help you tap into not only your headspace, which I feel like you're pretty comfortable with right now, but also your heart space. This might be the person that you look at and see as being very far away from you. This might be the person that you see as your divine feminine or your ideal partner. It's like, you know, you might have to go through some changes in order to have that, and you're resisting that because it's going to either hurt you or hurt somebody else. But it's time to get up and do something when it comes to what or who you love. That's what I'm getting. All right, so let's get some words. Let's get some words when it comes to your situation. We'll see what comes up. It might totally make sense. It might be a little bit of a puzzle for you to figure out. Let's see. And then let's get the energy that you are in right now. And let's get the energy that your person, whoever this person is, let's get the energy that they are in. So this is you. This is your person. And then we'll get some oracle cards. All right, one for you, one for your person. All right. Let's get some words here. What do we have? Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Unreal. Competitive. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that either you or your person have identified the other person as being somebody you're very attracted to, almost in an unreal way. Somebody that you find beautiful, gorgeous, handsome, whatever. You both might feel this way about each other. Okay, but then there's an element of competition here, either real or imagined. I almost feel like there's a separate message here. Both of you might feel like there's competition and it's not real. Whatever the competition is in your head. Okay, that could be preventing the two of you, we're talking about you though, preventing you from moving forward towards something that is loving. Okay, what is your energy right now? The Emperor, very controlled. This particular deck, it's called the Muse Tarot. Okay, so it shows the lower vibration of all the court cards and the major arcana cards, and it shows the higher vibration. This is the lower vibration of the Emperor. Okay. So Emperor, this is masculine energy for sure, divine masculine. We saw the Empress. You know, it's like you just want to sit on your throne and wait for things to come to you because that's what makes you feel in control. So by not doing anything, by not getting up, you feel a sense of control by not doing anything. For your person, what do we have here? The Magician. Your person here is in, I feel like, a higher vibration. While you, Magician in the reverse, have a lot of doubts, this person holds a lot of belief when it comes to you. I feel like they believe in you. They believe in the best outcome is possible. They're more in tune with their higher self. So this person is definitely likely to help you balance, right? This Queen of Swords energy of getting out of your head and connecting to your heart space in a way that feels good to you. What's the message from Spirit for you? Awakening. This connection for you is about, I feel like it's about a heart space awakening. It says, "Oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense." That's interesting. Instincts and common sense. That's logic. That's the Queen of Swords energy. So you're meant to be exactly where you are right now because it's this person, whoever it is going to be much more impactful for you. This person is going to awaken you on some level. And then we have, for your person, love. Look at that. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. That's why I'm feeling a higher vibration. This person potentially loves you. But you are doubting the process. You're doubting the process. You're doubting that wheel of fortune. You're doubting that feel or that pull. And It feels like your person and the universe is saying, get on the bus. Get on the us bus. It's, you know, there is an us here that wants to happen. And it's not your person that's preventing this. It's you trying to control and be in your head and think about every potential scenario that could go wrong or everything that may not be exactly perfect. That's what's holding you back. This is about getting on the us bus. All right, Virgo, that's what I have for you. If you're looking for a deeper personal reading, please reach out. If not, then don't. All right, so have a great week, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.